back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come shit.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With that, we'll get out to Matt Nagy's home opener as coach of the Bears as we get to Soldier Field with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You've got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with him?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw it is Cousins. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Attack.
Mahomes going to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. On first down, Mahomes steps away to his left. Throwing right, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
Now Mahomes gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins to throw it. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carl Nassib in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Here's Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Nassib picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here's more on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
Yellow, yellow.
Squeeze, double.
Yellow.
55, Mike 55. Wow. Ooh. Mike 55. Pick me up. Here we go.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Push him back.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check 55, Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now it's Mahomes again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Check, crouch.
Let's get it right now.
And again, it's Mahomes. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with...
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Come on, QB, come on.
You're 15.
Nice 42. Nice 7, let's go. I'm coming up to you. Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. It's just me and you.
Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Check, 55 the mic. I'm not ready. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Yellow.
Oh, here we go.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
So that one will be accepted. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He completes it to Julio Jones. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And Hunt is not going to get there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mahomes firing complete, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll run it here with Logan, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Ooh, with a juke. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessary. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Cousins. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. To throw, Cousins. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he connects with Ertz. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. And that one his first incompletion in its last 6 passes. And it's third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is third and 4. They'll throw again. Cousins. And finding Keelan Cole. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now it's signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got you, boy.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
That's it, baby.
So we've reached intermission here at a... There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 2 yards. Yellow. It's 2nd and 8. 42. Let's go. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 24, Cousins got an open man, Keelan Cole, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Cousins now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To the air again, it's Cousins. That one is caught by Hunt.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A give right side now to Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw it is Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Marr on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. He completes it to Tate. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes, quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Mahomes now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Cousins. This complete to Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Cousins. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cousins to throw it. And his pass, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Cousins again. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throwing, Cousins, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Go ahead.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line. They've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
He takes it to the 15, a nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
They're running it.
3rd and goal for Cousins. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now Cousins. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice gain. Got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A gain there of 21 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down in the end end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field. But guess what? This one's now just about over.
Let's go, baby.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Yellow. I'm going on. 80. 55. Here we go. Here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. 15.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Mahomes. And he's got his target. That's Moore. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes buying time to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here we go, D.
Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Cousins. And finding Keelan Cole. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Throwing is Cousins. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage.